Bella eventually realized something was not right. Whenever her boyfriend came over, her mother completely changed. That look was not a caring mother's look. She was clearly flirting. Even when Bella and her boyfriend were alone in the room, her mother would suddenly walk in, wearing very little, and casually squeezed herself between them, as if it were completely normal. Bella could not make sense of it, but somehow she could never bring herself to confront her mother about it. What she did not realize was that this was only the tip of the iceberg and the real truth ran much deeper, and it was far more disturbing. Then, before she could even process everything, her mother simply disappeared. One day when Bella came home from school, her father Mark calmly said, "Your mother is gone." At first Bella did not think much of it. Maybe her mother had stormed off after another argument and just needed some space. But when no one answered the phone on the second and third day and no messages came, she realized her mother had left without leaving a single word behind and had completely vanished from their lives. Bella and her father filed a missing persons report, but the police found nothing and had no leads, not a single clue. Her mother's disappearance stayed with Bella every single day. Then there were the memories of the way her mother had flirted with her boyfriend. Every time she saw Carl, it became too much to handle, so they broke up. Then she graduated. Then she moved out and never looked back. Mark also slowly got his life back together, found a new girlfriend, and on the surface life seemed normal again. But some things never stop hurting just because you bury them. For years Bella kept having the same nightmare. Everything was white, snow everywhere, and her mother lay there without any clothes, her skin gray and cold, motionless like a frozen bird. Eventually Bella began seeing things differently. Maybe her mother had not simply been difficult, but a woman trapped in a loveless marriage with no way out. What looked like hysteria might have been a silent cry for help. With this new perspective, Bella took time off and went back home, fully determined to reopen the old case. Her first stop was the detective who had handled the case. After some back and forth, he finally said the police had suspected Mark from the very beginning. He already had a record of domestic violence before the marriage, and he had been the only person in the house the day she disappeared. The police believed Mark had caught his wife cheating, or the argument between them had gotten completely out of control, and things spiraled. Bella turned pale when she heard that. The father she knew was not hot-tempered. He was the exact opposite. No matter how much her mother belittled him, he always kept it in and carried on. She could not believe that he was capable of something like that, and she stormed out angrily. Even so, the doubt would not go away. The more she thought about it, the more her thoughts returned to Carl and to her mother's strange behavior back then. She reached out to him, straight to the point. "Was there ever anything between you and my mother?" Carl froze. His face turned pale. He avoided her eyes and stumbled over his words. No matter how much she pressed him, he revealed nothing. As she was leaving, he only said, "Keep an eye on your father." That was all. But those few words pointed directly at the one man Bella would have least expected. She rushed home and found Mark passed out drunk on the couch, completely unresponsive. Bella stood there staring at him, a man who felt both familiar and like a stranger, and she did not know whether she was angry or simply heartbroken. That same night the nightmare returned. This time her mother was not lying still in the snow. She was struggling, reaching both hands toward Bella, as if begging to be saved. When Bella woke up, one thought flashed through her mind: the old chest in the basement. She remembered. It had never been locked before, but at some point someone had put a combination lock on it. She went downstairs, tried a few combinations from her childhood, and heard a click. She took a deep breath as her hands trembled. She lifted the lid, but there was nothing unusual inside, just a few frozen food items.